guys, so welcome back to my wisdom teeth story. We are now on part 2. Part 2 is the part where I talk about my recovery. So, last you heard, I had gone to sleep, basically. I was in the hospital, I was asleep, getting teeth pulled out of my face. So, when they were done, and I started to kind of come to, I didn't really want to come to. I actually tried to go back to sleep, to be honest, and they sort of let me, which apparently they're not really supposed to do that, but they sort of let me. So it was weird. And then that wasn't really working out for me, going back to sleep. So eventually I realized, and first of all, I was a little bit so eventually I realized, I think I'm a little bit nauseous, but there was no one that was actually near me. So my biggest contemplation then was, do I literally just say I'm nauseous, or do I just sit here and be nauseous? So eventually I decided to actually just say, hey, I'm nauseous, and hope to God that someone hears me. So someone did hear me, so needless to say I got water, and then I feel like that's when I realized that I really had to pee. So, I have to pee a lot, by the way. A little FYI, I have to pee a lot. So, the fact that I had like all these fluids going into me really made me have to pee. So, and I eventually realized, hey, I really have to go pee. So, they wouldn't really let me go. And then I was asking for my mom and dad, because that's when I thought, hey, maybe if I ask for them, then we can get out of here faster and I can go pee. And I can also take a bath, because I also at some point realized I smell like anesthesia, and that smell really bugs me. So my brain was really active for someone who just had anesthesia and was put to sleep. Yeah, so once my parents got back, I apparently turned into a grumpy old man. At first I eventually got really hot, so I was really hot. All I wanted was a bath, and I really had to pee. So that was literally my continuous loop of saying, all I said was, I'm hot, I need to pee, and I want a bath. That's, those are my own, that's all I wanted to say. And that's all I did say. So I turned into a grumpy old man. So once I finally did get to relieve myself, and we got out of there, and got dressed and got IV out and all that fun stuff, which hurt, just a little bit. We went home, and where I got the surgery done is an hour away from where I actually live. It was in another state. So I attempted to sleep on the way home, because I brought a pillow and stuff like that, but it didn't really work out because I smelled so strong, and I have a really strong sense of smell, so if I smell really strong, then that's gonna obviously bug me a little bit. So I attempted to sleep on the way home, didn't really work just because I could not stand myself. So by the time I got home, the first thing I did was hit the bathtub. I took a nice long hot bath, I put on PJs, and I got comfy. Now, my mom wanted me to eat something. Ideally, she really wanted me to eat something before I took the bath, but I smelled so strong that I physically could not do anything else except get into the bath first thing. That was the first thing I had to do. So once I got comfy, I remember eating some vanilla ice cream, and it was really, really yummy, but I couldn't really open my mouth that much, so I had to actually use a small spoon. And eventually I really wanted to keep eating, but my mouth physically hurt from opening and closing. So I ate about half of a small bowl of it, and it was very delicious, but I just couldn't eat it because I couldn't open and close my mouth. So after eating the ice cream, I put on a show. Well, I was watching a show while eating ice cream, so I honestly just lay down, and I can't really say I'm gonna take a nap. So I just laid down, and if I fell asleep, then that was fine. If not, then that's fine too. So just kind of hung out. I watched a movie. I watched 17 again, and cheesecake was brought to me by my nana. And then later, some family friends of ours came by and brought me some pudding and some more vanilla ice cream. And they hung out for a little bit. And I ate pudding or something like that for dinner. And then I was taking some pain meds and also some other meds I have to take, but the dose had to be like upped or whatever because of the fact I wasn't really well. So at about 2 in the morning, my mom woke me up and I took my upped dosed meds. And I slept in, I call it my nest. It's literally just like a chair and an ottoman that we pull up to the TV so I can see it. So I slept in that because you're supposed to be like propped up. So I had pillows surrounding me and a nice comforter, and I slept sort of propped up. But it was nice. So Friday, woke up, I had ramen noodles with Miralax in it, so because the pain meds make you constipated. And I literally just slept and watched TV all day. And then eventually in the evening, I went to my dad's and I got a nice padded nest there, and I watched more TV and I slept more, and I just slept on the couch there. So that was my Friday, and I was on soft foods all those days. And I literally just spent them in my pajamas. So by the time Monday came, for some weird reason, I decided that would be the day where I try to throw myself back into life. So I have dance on Mondays, and I decided I wanted to go and sit and watch because I'm insane like that. Probably should not really have done that, but anyways, I did. So I sat there, and my face was also really, really bruised. Like, I had a black eye, and this whole cheek was bruised. I really wasn't swelled up because I actually had ice on my face for the first, 4 days. So swelling didn't really happen. But, so yeah, I went to dance with my black eye and my big old bruise on my face. So really shouldn't have gone, really didn't have any business being there, but I did. So I sat there on the cold tile floor, and I watched my class, or one of my classes. And then on Tuesday, I shouldn't have really done this either. I went back to school for the whole day, and can I just say, it slightly killed me. I went back half days for the next 2 weeks because of the fact that Tuesday killed me. So, because what I really should have done was I should have just gone. I really probably should have just skipped, to be honest. But if I had to go, I should have just done half day. But you see, choir was at the end of the day, and that was my favorite class. So I was like, if I'm going to suffer all these boring classes in pain, then I'm going to suffer through my favorite class in pain. So that's what I did. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. And I was in hysterics by the end of the night. It was bad. So, needless to say, I did not return to dance, and I partially returned to school for the next 2 weeks or so. It was bad. So, don't do that. And then, slowly but surely, over time, I definitely did half days of school for the next 2 weeks. But then, for dance, I went to either one or two of my classes. On Mondays, it ended up being different classes every week. For Mondays I went to, and then I feel like I returned to, and then I also go on Wednesday and Friday, but those classes are only half hour, so I only have one class each day, and that's only for half an hour. So I feel like I returned to those either that next week or the week after next. I don't really remember. But since it's only half an hour, obviously I only did that one. But Mondays, I literally am there from 4 until 8:30. So I did different classes each week. So that would be, and then slowly but surely, I was able to like go back to school and stuff full time, so to speak, after that 2 weeks. I was still sore. I still could not eat regular food. I was on soft foods for like a good month or so. Like a good month or two. Because of the fact that I was really conscious of like the holes and stuff like that. And I also did a salt water rinse. Because they don't believe in syringes, so I like switched to salt water. So because of the fact that I have braces and like that involves wires and stuff like that, and my mouth was still so sore, I was really hesitant to add in like real food for a long time, just because I was like, well, I'm still sore, so I don't really want to put myself in pain just for the sake of food. And then also, I don't really want like the stuff to get stuck in the stitches and the wires and all that stuff in the holes. So I was on soft foods for at least a month. But yeah, over time, I slowly but surely got better, and it pretty much took me a good month. So yeah, that would be my recovery. Stay tuned for part 3 if you're interested in some good tips and tricks to make your wisdom teeth experience more enjoyable.